Hey everybody, Hidden Ptarmigan here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back in World of Warcraft, and we are going to do a new series where we're going to play a priest and sort of see if we can stick with it and prep up for not Season of Discovery, what is this? The new Burning Crusade Classic Anniversary Edition. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to start off with Marshall McBride's quest and do the Kobold Vermin. It looks like there's another quest over here. Yeah, I haven't done this in a while. I haven't played Classic in a long time, so I figured it was time just to pop back in. I kind of lost interest in retail. Honestly, retail is starting to feel like a job to me, and I know there's a lot of people that liked my retail series, but I'm going to be taking a break for now. Maybe we'll be back with Midnight, but at least for now, we're going to be taking a break. Now, the goal with this character is to eventually do some healing, maybe a little bit of shadow. I know dual spec exists in this version of Classic, so we will eventually get dual spec. I think it's 50 gold, I want to say, but I don't remember if it actually exists, but I'm pretty sure it's in this version of Classic. Oh, right off the bat, we're getting a pouch. That's huge. Thank you, Blizzard, for that. I think we'll start leveling as Shadow. That doesn't mean we can't, like, heal Dead Mines or something. Dead Mines is a pretty easy dungeon to heal. I'm going to be relying on our mace a lot for these early fights before we have, like, Shadow Word Pain and Mind Blast and stuff. Priest leveling is actually pretty chill. Very relaxing. Not really much to it. It's good to be playing a little Classic again. I don't know how much of this series we're gonna do. I generally play my series in a way that I only really play them until I stop having fun. If I'm not having fun with something, the series generally ends, unless it's something that's like, you know, I can quickly knock out. But unfortunately, like with the Season 3 KSM healing, I really do enjoy healing Mythic Plus, but it's just like, and I think I'm pretty decent at it, but it's just such a long grind that after like 15 or like 10 episodes or whatever I did, I was kind of like, I really don't feel like doing this anymore. I go through phases with Classic WoW where sometimes I'm like, or Retail WoW where I'm like, I really want to play this. But a lot of times I'm just like, nah. I think what it is with Retail WoW that always kind of makes me struggle is sort of like, it starts to feel like a job. I know I said that earlier. Look at that, Afraid Robe right away. Nice. That's Biss right now. That's Biss. Biss for level 2? Are you kidding me? Sorry. So what I was saying with Retail WoW is I do like it. I do think it's getting better. But my biggest issue with it is this is going to sound so whiny and like typical whiny YouTuber crap. It almost feels like there's too much to do. Now hear me out. Don't like immediately jump to the comments and call me an idiot. I mean, if you want to, go for it. I don't really care. Go for it. It doesn't really hurt my feelings that much. But what I'm saying is there's almost too much to do, and what I mean by that is like when you open your quest log in Classic, assuming Questie's off, you're not like bombarded with this, hey, there's a quest here you have to, assuming you don't have Questie on, right? Like if I just left click, it toggles. You can like turn it off, right? It's like you're just bombarded with stuff in Retail WoW, like absolutely bombarded. It's like you can never clear your quest log, and every quest is like, there's too many quests to do. That's my problem with it. It's like, hey, you have to do the Arathi campaign. And I'm like, well, I already did it on my alt, so like, why do I have to do it again? And it's like, you don't. Blizzard's like, well, you really don't have to do it again. You already got the appearances. It's all account wide, whatever. But I'm like, well, then can you please like set the world so that it looks like I already did it? Like, can you make the character not standing there casting a portal or have a giant exclamation point over her head? I know it's just like small little things like that, but the completionist in me just, it drives me insane to just always know that, like, I haven't done it on this character, but I've done it on all my other characters. And I know classic WoW is the same way. Like, there's nothing that is account wide. So I kind of sound hypocritical here, but in classic WoW, it feels different. It's just, it feels different. It's not like you just walk around and it's like, you have to do this, you have to do that. I mean, that's kind of what it feels like, at least in retail. It doesn't, I don't get the same feeling from classic WoW. Now, I don't know what it is, but retail just feels so cluttered. Too much. There's too many spells. There's, anyway. I still like retail. I think it's a good game. I think it's fun for the right person. I just feel like managing multiple characters on it can be very frustrating if you're a completionist. If you don't care about that kind of stuff, like if you're not the person that cares about like checking off the boxes and the quests and stuff, and you're just like, yeah, I don't really care. If you're not like the kind of person that has bad FOMO and feels like he needs to get all the things, retail is going to be perfectly fine. But for me, when I log in and I see like I have a full quest log and it's like you have so many things to do and they don't give you really that much reward, it's like you've already done them, so you're gonna get like a handful of Valor Stones. Like, I don't know. If I could do one thing, one major change to retail WoW, is I would remove about 50 to 25% of the side quests. I would say remove like 60% of the quests and make it so there are less quests, less side quests, but more, I don't know how to do it. I'm just rambling at this point, which is typical for me if anyone's ever watched any of my content. But, I feel like the questing in retail WoW is frustrating. I feel like they should take a Guild Wars 2 approach to questing. I mean, they already stole, like, dragon riding from them. Why not? Guild Wars 2 questing is really great. Honestly, maybe I should play that game on the channel. If you want to see that, let me know. I will absolutely do a little spotlight, maybe 1 or 2 episode mini-series on it. The way questing in Guild Wars 2 works is you open a map, and there are these icons on the map of things to do. So there are like, vistas you need to go to.
Good day to you.
Vistas are essentially like... Sweet, we leveled up. Got some boots as well. Vistas are essentially like places of interest that you can go to, and when you get to those places, you get XP. And they're usually hard to reach. Sometimes you need to do a jumping puzzle to get to them or whatnot. And I think that would work really well in World of Warcraft, especially in the newer version. We're getting our training now. Oh, I gotta sell. Let's go ahead and do that first. We'll move all this stuff over here. Yeah, so the vistas are one thing, and then each map has, like... They're not quests. There are quests in the game. But they're tied to your campaign. So you have a campaign quest that you do, kind of like WoW's campaign. And then you have little side quests are zone specific. So each side quest is like... You go into the zone and there's a bunch of like hearts on the map. Maybe like each zone has like between 2 and 6 of them. All right, let's go ahead and get Fortitude. Go ahead and put that down on our bar. Excellent. I'm gonna buff ourselves up. And we'll go take out some Kobold Workers. We don't have Shadow Word Pain yet. That's next level. But we do have Fortitude, which is wonderful to get some extra health. One of the most iconic pre-spells. We are going to be doing professions, by the way. We're going to do enchanting. This is going to be a long playthrough. As long as I'm having fun, I will keep doing it. But we will have professions. We're going to do enchanting and probably tailoring. Probably won't do bandaging because we're a healer. It's not really super important for healers to have bandages, in my opinion, unless you're like pushing some like endgame stuff, which I'm not really an endgame raider in WoW. Maybe I will be in TBC, but... Who knows? I may not even get there. So this is a long journey, and I suspect that we will not finish the level 60 goal because I do have a job. So unfortunately, I cannot play this for work. But I can put some significant hours into it on the weekends and after work. I'm going to try to get at least 1 hour-long episode out a week. Maybe some shorter ones in between. But at least 1 hour-long one a week is going to be my goal for this. Again, as long as I'm having fun doing it, I'll keep doing it. Okay, what I was saying is the Guild Wars 2 quest system. There are hearts on the map, and hearts kind of work like a world quest. They're a one-time quest you sort of just do to kind of get XP, and they're generally pretty simple. It's like, hey, help Sarah, the vendor, pick apples from her orchard. And then you pick the apples from the orchard, and you give them to the vendor, and you turn them in, and at the end you win. You can get XP, and you maybe get some sort of like minor reward. So they're kind of like world quests, but like imagine world quests that are not repeatable. So one thing that's fun to do in Guild Wars is you do map completion. So you just complete all the hearts, complete all the vistas. Squinky fans only? What does that mean? I'm gonna decline that because I don't know. That seems sketchy. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to Google that when I'm not playing. On incognito mode, that seems weird. I don't know why. Oh, crap. I did not mean to attack 2. So anyway, people go for map completion. They just try to complete all the hearts, which is like the world quests in the zone, and then they complete all the vistas, and there's a couple of other features. There's like... But the point is they're all like open world objectives that you have to complete, and they're scattered around the map. You do them once, and then you're done. They're not account-wide. But other things are, like your currencies and stuff are all account-wide. Oh god, can we out DPS this guy? This is gonna be rough. That was a close one. We're gonna go ahead and eat now and drink. First time. Yeah, and then so like if you were to complete all of those, on top of that you have a campaign quest that you sort of get every 10 levels, I think. That is, I think it starts off being class related, and then they all kind of merge together in this big epic story. I think World of Warcraft, modern WoW, I think retail or classic should stay the same. I like classic the way it is. It's great. I think retail WoW should kind of go that way. And you may ask, well, like, what if I don't want to do the hearts? Well, they're very fast. They're very minor quests. It's like kill 10 of something and then you're done. And there's only a few of them in each map. So you don't have to spend like in retail where there's all these quests everywhere. And in order to get them off the map, you have to take them done. Or you have to do them all. I made like 6 alts during my time playing Guild Wars 2. I did it in like 2023, 2024. I played a lot. And during that time, I never once really felt that same like to-do list that I had from WoW. Some of the end game kind of got repetitive for me because there's no gear treadmill in Guild Wars. Like the best gear has been the best gear for like 5-6 years. They make incremental small little upgrades, but most of your gear never really. Once you get the best, you're kind of done, which is fine. It's totally fine. Just for me, I do like the progression of WoW. So yeah, I think that's kind of how the WoW should handle its questing system. We're gonna go do the red leather bandanas now because that is the lowest level quest we have. Yeah, and then so if you may think like, okay, well, I don't want to do these hearts over and over again on every alt because there's like 10, 15 classes. What you do is each zone has a number of world events that happen all the time. They're always happening. Like every zone probably has at least one little world event, and it may be like escort a caravan. A world boss spawns that you have to kill, and everyone that comes in to do said world event is decreased to that level. So if you go in at level 80, which is the max level, into a level 1 zone, the world boss in there is probably like a level 10. And everyone that is above level 10 gets reduced down to level 10. Now, they have all their skills and abilities of a level 80, but their damage is scaled down to level 10, and it does a great job of it. Sweet. We got bracers. God, early game World of Warcraft feels so good. So we get this thug. So yeah, that's something that would be interesting for World of Warcraft. Like the world quests just happen randomly. Ooh, we got a belt too. Sick. Good looking belt. We look dope. All this freight armor. So yeah, that's kind of something that I would love to see with World of Warcraft. Sorry to just ramble about things. I'm no game dev, so I don't know how well that works. I mean, it worked for Guild Wars pretty well, and I liked it, but I know they're different games, and they attract a different player base, so, I don't have all the answers. But I do love that questing system. Another thing that kills me with Retail WoW is you've done the campaign 7 times, and you log in on a character, and I would love for the world to update with your character. Like, if you've done the campaign, you should be able to skip the campaign. like you're in season 3, right? But you still have to do the season 1 campaign on all your characters. It's so dumb. You can skip the season 2 one, but you can't skip the season 1 one. Like, why, Blizzard? Why do you want us to do all these quests again? Like, it's like, ah. Anyway, I've whined enough. Cool hip. You good, bro? Warlock's a cool class. I've never done that one. Never played a Warlock. I've never played a Priest in Classic either past level 10. Or, sorry, 11. So, this is new for me, too. See if we can get a few smite casts off on this guy. 3, please. 3. Come on. Yes. 3 is usually enough to make the mace fighting not too painful. I feel like on this series, I'm generally just going to ramble about hopes and dreams for this game. I'm excited. I'm always hopeful like every other content creator out there. I'm hoping and praying for Classic Plus to be a thing. Some of the things, I have a list of like things I'd want in Classic Plus. Now, they could my ideas are probably terrible. I'm just going to put a disclaimer out there. They would be horrific, probably. But I would, if implemented right, they could be cool. I would love to see hero classes added. Like, my thoughts would be like, they would work differently than modern WoW's hero classes do. Where it's like, you used to have to get level 55 to make a Death Knight. My idea, and I think this could be cool. It could be cool. It could be terrible. Would be for a Death Knight, and again, a classic version of Death Knight, so it has to work like a classic class. It can still have runic powered runes and stuff, but Death Knights still feel like classic to me. I would love to see this, and maybe I've ranted about this before, but I think it would be neat if to make a Death Knight, you have to level a certain type of character, a plate-wearing character, because they're a plate class, up to a certain level, and then complete a quest. Like, how cool would it be if you made a warrior or a paladin, and eventually you get a class quest where you meet this, like, shadowy figure, right? I'm gonna try to heal this guy so he doesn't die. Come on, I got you. I got your back. Got you. Do you need heals too? No, you're good. I have nothing to heal you with. But I will help you kill them. There you go, boss. Got your back. Okay, sorry. It would be really neat if you could get to a certain level on a plate-wearing class, like a warrior or paladin, and kind of get a quest from like a mysterious figure that's completely optional. Now, I don't think it should be level 60. I think it should be like level 10 or something like that. And you get this quest, and it converts your character into a Death Knight. Now, I don't know if Blizzard's coding can do that, but it would be cool if you could. Like after completing this quest line, you get the option to make a Death Knight or something like that. But you lose. Now, there's two ways to do it. You could have it so like your character actually becomes a Death Knight and is no longer a Paladin or a Death Knight. Sorry, Paladin or Warrior. If that was the case, I think it would have to be a very early quest line. Like if you're gonna lose your character,
Have a good one. Safe travels.
it should be a pretty early quest line. Only because it's like, okay, you're going to lose your character, so why level a paladin up to level 20, which does take time. Like, we're level 4 now, and we've only been playing for 20 minutes. But it slows down. It takes a couple hours to get to level 20. So, like, in order to make a Death Knight, theoretically, if you're going to lose your character, you'd have to level up to 20, and then if you still wanted a paladin, you have to restart. So, which would suck. So I think if it's going to be a high-level requirement, it should be like you get the option to create a Death Knight after you do a really cool quest line that is Death Knight related as a paladin. That'd be cool. But what I would actually really love is if it actually converted your character into a Death Knight. So like at level 10, after you complete like Elwyn Forest, you get a class quest that's like you meet a shadowy figure in the world and you go through all this stuff and he teaches you how to be a Death Knight, and that'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty sick. You lose your Paladin, you become a Death Knight, and you can never go back to being a Paladin. So if you don't like it, you're screwed. But you're only level 10, so it only took like an hour or two to get up to that level. It's not that big of a deal. You can do the same thing with Demon Hunters. Have leather-wearing classes do that, like druids or rogues. Specifically Night Elf druids. Actually, honestly, it could be any class. Any druid or rogue could do it. Just because there's no blood elves, so what are Horde gonna do? It'd be pretty neat. Other hero classes, you could probably... I would love to see like a Necromancer class be added. Kind of like a swarm pet minion build, because... You know, kind of like Demonology Warlock in retail, where it just has a ton of pets. Would be pretty cool to see, because we don't really have that in Classic. Demonology Warlock is different in Classic WoW. So that'd be pretty neat. You know, other things that I would like to see would be like... That would be like what cloth classes can be. They could be a Necromancer. Leather classes could become the Demon Hunter, and then I'd say mail-wearing classes could be something too, but I don't know what they would be. You'd have 4 hero classes, 1 for each armor type. Cool to see a male class be like... I know we have like an Evoker class. Sorry about the little cut there. I had to take a phone call real quick. Yeah, I don't know what a male hero class... Maybe an Evoker. But Evoker's kind of bound to Drakthir. So maybe a version of Evoker that is not... Like some sort of melee spellcaster that wears male armor. I don't know. Pretty neat. Would be pretty neat. A hybrid melee ranged spellcaster class would be cool. Elliot, Sarah, what are you doing? I think another thing that would be neat would be like different new specs for classes. In Classic Plus, you would need to add more than just like... You couldn't just make it essentially like a new expansion with level 60 exclusively. You'd need to add new ways to play the game. Sort of like SOD did, but not to the extent of SOD, because I think SOD is a little too far in the wrong direction. I think SOD worked, and it was really fun, but I think the characters got too overpowered, and they didn't feel like classic classes. That's the problem. So I don't think new spells should be added the way SOD did, but I do think that new specs that maybe add a spell or two would be neat, or a new play style for a class. Like I did like that melee hunter was a thing. I liked that you could do melee, like an enhancement shaman. Kind of felt good with dual wield. I think you could do something cool with priest. where you could make like a cleric kind of vibe, where you still wear cloth armor, but you use a mace and a shield. And you have like a dot-based melee cast character where you do dots in melee. That'd be sick. But it's like holy damage. That'd be kind of cool. Like, and that's the general playstyle for melee priest. It could also be terrible, but could be fun. Who knows?
Well met. Light bless you.
We're going to get these outfitter gloves. Get our report to Goldshire, but we're not quite done here yet. We do want to get our first new spell, or our new spell, as well as the priest quest. Yeah, that's what we wanted.
Safe travels.
Lesser Heal and Shadow Word Pain, which is going to be huge for us. Lesser Heal rank 2 is great. We're going to keep rank 1 out there because it is a faster cast. And in combat, I'd probably want to use that. It's less mana too. 15 less mana, which is a decent amount. We're going to go talk to Millie. Probably another 15-20 minutes of questing to do here before we head back to Goldshire. We'll kind of wrap up the episode once we head to Goldshire. That's where we'll pick up our next one.
You need something? See you around.
She wants her crates, and I'm happy to oblige. Probably level 6 or so when we head out. We'll put rank 1 here. Kill Garrick. I'm gonna invite this person. I bet they're killing Garrick. Yeah, you are. Beautiful. Love that. Buff you up real quick. Give you the power word. Thank you. Enjoy that buff. Sweet. Blessing of Might. It's a big attack power buff. World of Warcraft music is so peaceful. Yeah, I'm trying not to fight all these guys if I don't have to. Do you need that one? I feel bad if I take it. No, you don't. Cool. Oh, beautiful. Right there for us. Shield. See, I think a priest with a shield would be cool. Maybe I'm stupid. Outlandish ideas, I guess. You can take that one. I'll go with this one. But they are ideas, and I got a lot of them. Could be terrible. Like I said, I'm not an expert at game design. And, you know, you can never make everyone happy. So, like, that's the biggest thing to know about these games. Ooh. There's a chest right there. First one of the season. Let's go. No! Get off. Someone's going to nab my chest. I will be sending this character some bags. I've got a bunch on my banker that I'm not using anymore on my alts. I do have a few alts. Not a ton, but a few. I have like a level 11 paladin, a 34 rogue, that I've been playing recently. And then I've also got a, what is it? I think that's it. Oh, I have a 21 warrior. Alright, please let me loot. Alright, let me get out of here now and go turn this in, and we will be done with Goldshire. I was not even remotely close. We're not going to be level 6 when we turn all these in. Maybe halfway. God, that's gruesome. Removing some guy's head. I love it.
Good day to you. Safe travels.
Good day to you.
Thank you for those
Have a good
tapered pants. I think we get a cape. Yeah, the little purple cape. And this quest actually gives us a green armor.
What can I do?
Which gives us like 1 stamina, I think. Or maybe it's spirit. Cool, we got the purple cape. I actually like the frayed cape better. I like a long cape, personally. Okay, that's going to wrap up this episode. Thank you all for watching and hanging out with me for a little bit. And I will see you all in the next one, and we will pick up in Goldshire. Peace.